Hey everybody, this is Melissa and I am the Encouraging Prepper, and in today's video I am headed to exercise. That's right, I'm going to exercise, but before I go I want to do this quick video. I have some things that I want to encourage you guys not to do. So I have a little short list here and I have a quick video I want to share with you guys. So let's get started with this video and let's talk about some things we may not want to be found doing. Okay? All right. Okay, so welcome back. If this is your first time joining the channel, welcome to my channel. I am again the Encouraging Prepper. If you are returning, you know you are always welcome here in my home. So today I want to discuss with you, I want to encourage you not to do the things on this list, okay? So this is a crucial video. Stick with the video all the way till the end, because if you don't, you'll miss the concept of what I'm saying. But I want to reveal to you how we review in one sense, and also some of the things that you just never want to be caught doing. Okay, so the number one thing on this list is you do not, and I want to encourage you to never reveal your location for your bug out location or any of the things that you may be doing. Do not reveal your location. Do not reveal your location. That is crucial when you are preparing for your family, when you have bug out places. Even your personal information, you hold that information close to your heart. Some things you just don't share. And in this, this is number one, don't reveal your location. In the clip that I'm about to show you, I just think it's very important, you know, when things like this make local news, really. But I'm going to show you and stick through this 2-minute clip. It's just really, really short. I'm showing this to make a point of where you put your trust, who you put your trust in, could be a matter of life and death for you later. So this is something you don't want to do. Take a look at this video.
News takes you inside a survivalist camp. Its members are preparing for when society will collapse from either a natural disaster or a military attack. We flew Newsroom 2 over the newest site, just 2 hours from Metro Atlanta here in this forest in southeastern Tennessee. New at 5 o'clock, Channel 2's Dave Huddleston reports why these preppers, as they're called, say it's just a matter of time before society collapses.
I started investigating the Fortitude Ranch in 2019 and learned its membership was growing. Then the COVID-19 pandemic hit. I reached out again and learned not only had the ranch expanded to 5 other locations, but the founder says there's a waiting list of 5,000 people to join.
You know, a lot of people just don't think it's going to happen. I say, well, good luck. I hope it doesn't. You know, we all hope it doesn't happen, but we think it will.
Drew Miller is talking about the collapse of modern civilization. That's why he founded and is the CEO of Fortitude Ranch, a private vacation club and survival community. In the last year, the retired Air Force colonel with a Harvard PhD bought 40 acres in Tennessee to build a new survival camp 2 hours from Atlanta.
In normal times, people would come here and they'd pitch a tent. Once we're built out, they'd stay in the room. Beautiful place to hike. The Cherokee National Forest is back there.
But in bad times, the ranch will turn into a survivalist compound, like this one we traveled to in West Virginia.
Their weapons are already there. They've got ammo. They've got their food. And then we, of course, have our food and our farm animals, chickens, sheep, those kinds of things.
Surplus military tent donated by one of our members. We got our solar system set up, all the wood we need for the floorboards, the framing, power tools, hand tools. The next project was a prototype bunker.
Ari Baylor is the ranch manager and Israeli defense veteran.
We got a fully stocked kitchen.
The bed and breakfast has Wi-Fi, a fireplace, board games.
Little bar situation.
On the bar, a .50 caliber assault rifle.
Yeah, if you need something to keep something big and heavy far away, then that's what you want to use.
Miller says they want to be ready for anything.
There's so many things that could lead to what we call a collapse. And when we say collapse, we mean the economy's not functioning and there's widespread loss of law and order.
He says they're preparing for a new and more deadly virus, a military attack, even a natural disaster. It may sound far-fetched, but the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, says there could be 10 million preppers in the United States.
Wow. So many things could go wrong with what you just witnessed in that clip. That's just something you don't want to be connected to. You do not want to be a part of a massive group because guess what happens when all the food and all the water gets to be less and less and less. Guess where those people are going to come to these locations that have been identified. Even FEMA knows exactly where these locations are. So you don't want to spend $10,000 as a deposit, as he states later in the clip, that there is a $10,000 deposit and he has about 5,000 people waiting on a wait list. This is a big no. There's just a lot of things that could go wrong that I could see going wrong with that. So let me move on to number 2. Okay, so number 2, I want to encourage you not to store your food in just one way. So you need to make sure if you have rice and beans, let's start with the dry goods. If you're doing dry goods, don't just put them all in jars. Okay, you may want to put some in a MYLAR bag. You may want to put some in totes or different things. You may want to have some in a 5-gallon bucket. Okay, so you want to make sure your food is stored several different ways. If you have eggs, have some in the refrigerator, have some frozen, have some where you maybe water glass some of your eggs. But you want to be able to have your eggs in different ways. Okay? So for instance, if you have meats, you don't want to put everything in the freezer. If you lose electricity and then you run out of your gas for your generator, you want to have some meat in jars. So I would encourage you to pressure can some of your meats. And even if you're going to use your freezer for putting some meats, make sure you put them in a freezer bag and maybe even use a food saver. And that will give you a longer time to store your meats. Number 3, don't store. I want to encourage you, do not store all food in the same location. If you have a friend that maybe your friend has extra space, try to find someone who has a little bit more space than you maybe, or who can take on some of your preps. Okay, that way, if something happens in your home, you're not just lost all. If your house burns, you've lost all. If it's a water situation, you don't want to put all of your preps in one place. So find different locations for your preps. Okay, we'll move on from that one. Okay, number 3. Oh, I did that one. Number 4, don't settle for just a plan A. Okay, you want to have plan B, plan C, a D, and an E if you have to. But when it comes to emergency preparedness, you want to have more than one plan. You don't want to just say, I'm just going to bug in. Well, what happens if you are like the people in Ukraine where they had to just quickly get out? They had to quickly put some stuff over in a suitcase and roll the suitcase through the streets. What happens when you can avoid that? So the thing with number 4 here is put yourself in a position where you have bug out bags on hand. Okay, they are sitting on ready. You don't have to second guess. If you get evacuated, you already have a bag ready to go. Okay, some people call it a go bag. Some people call it their bug out bag. Whatever you call it, have your things ready to go in case of an emergency. Okay, all right. Number 5, don't depend on batteries for your critical items. Don't depend on just your battery backup, because you never know how long you may be without electricity. So if there are items that you can get in a solar format, you want to go solar. If you can get a solar generator, go solar. I would encourage you to do that, okay? That way, if the sun comes up, you know you got electricity, okay? And that's, given in a normal situation where there's just no electricity. Okay, so number 6, I would encourage you not to become attached to people, places, or things. So we all have people we love. We all have places that are dear to our hearts. A lot of people, they've prepped, but they've only prepped to stay right in the place that they are. They just, if something happens, they're not leaving their home. Well, that's not realistic when it comes to an emergency. If you're evacuated, you may have to leave your home. We're not saying that's going to happen, but we don't know what's going to happen. So I'm encouraging you, don't become attached to people, because there may be some people you may have to let go. There may be some people you may have to cut off because you've been telling them and telling them and telling them. When it comes down to the wire, these will be hard decisions. This is even hard to talk about. But you may have to be just like a soldier. And for many of you that are walking with God, we are soldiers in the army of God, okay? So we have to have a heart of compassion, but we also have to have guts. And the guts is when it's time to make that hard decision. You may have to leave some people. You may have to leave some places. And you definitely may have to leave some things. So I'm encouraging you not to become emotionally attached. Okay, so we need, if you're having problems in that area, you may want to start praying about that now, that you will be able to move when you need to move, go when you need to go. Okay, same thing. Okay, so you may need to be able to do that. Number 7, I encourage you not to depend on your government to come save you. The government, when things get tough, when it gets really, really rough, and there is little food, little water, they are not coming to save you. Okay, so you have to prepare now for yourself. And this is why I'm doing this video. Another warning. Prepare while you can. Don't wait. The government is not coming to save you. They're not coming. Okay, they're going to be trying to save their own families. Let something happen. You'll see. They're not coming. And our police officers, bless their hearts, but I mean, what police officer is coming when there is just complete chaos and there's one of him and 10,000 people trying to get a loaf of bread? He's not coming. They're not coming to save you. All right, so let's keep that one in mind. Don't depend on your government. Number 8, don't follow the crowd. When SHTF happens, when stuff really hits the fan, if the crowd is going this way, you go that way. So you've got to already have staked out, this is where I'm going, this is where I'm going to be. If it's your home, if it's locked down in your home, if it's putting up your curtains or whatever, then do that. But you do not want to be getting that last 50-pound bag of rice when everybody's trying to get the last 50-pound bag of rice. So, we want to already be ahead of the game, all right? And number 8, don't take your health for granted. Don't take your health for granted. This is the one I wanted to end with because, like I told you when I started the video, I'm getting ready to go do my exercises. And that's for a reason. Don't take health for granted. If you can walk, if you can breathe and talk, and you have the activity of your limbs, and you can get out and do some walking and some exercising, this is the time to take advantage of that. It will give you an extreme advantage later, regardless of your age. Your stamina, you need to take it to another level. Your ability to even, go without sleep or go with less meals, all of that may have to come into play. So this is the time to take stamina and take exercise to another level. So with that said, I'm going to end the video right here. If this has been a blessing to you, I'd like for you to give it a thumbs up and also share the video with a friend. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. We'd love to have you as part of our YouTube family. So subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the updates, especially when we do our Ears to Hear. If you haven't watched the last Ears to Hear, I would advise and I would recommend go back, watch Ears to Hear, and this video will probably make a lot more sense. All right, so I'll see you in the next one, guys. I love you, I love you, I love you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.